that you've also done a lot of different modalities too, and just kind of your experience with this modality versus other ones and stuff like that. So, like, before we started working, like, where were you at?
Okay, before we started working, I was in a really dark place in my life. I mean, that was one of the main reasons that I initially reached out to you, because like I really didn't have my situation just seemed really hopeless. I was at a place where I just moved to a new city. I was broke, and I obviously didn't know anybody, and just like I've been rejected by like 17 different places for a job, so I was unemployed. It was just the most horrible situation ever. But that's basically where I was before we started. Really, really low, self-confidence, really low self-esteem, zero attraction, from women, or that's basically that right there where I was before.
Okay, got it. And then, do you remember our first call?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so how was that? How was the first call?
Man, the first call was amazing because like I get to see then and there the magic that you employed. Like we're on the phone, and I remember like I just got done working out, and I was kind of nervous and stuff like that because I'm like what am I doing talking to this random guy I met on the internet? And yeah, you're just like okay man, hey man, repeat these phrases, and I'm like what the hell is this gonna do? Is this some kind of like affirmations or something? So I repeat those phrases, and like I just remember like you were like, how do you feel before we started saying the phrases? I was like, I'm really tired, and I'm really out of it is what I said. And then you're like, repeat after me and say these phrases. So I said those phrases, and I just remember like you're like, okay, what are you present to now? And like I was just like shocked. I was like, wow, I'm like completely present right now. Like there's no resistance or anything. Like I was mind blown. It was amazing.
Nice, man. And do you have like what's your earliest memory of where you're like, holy shit, this is actually working?
God.
Like where you saw something and you were like, what the fuck?
Okay, yeah, absolutely, dude. Let me tell you first of all, there's been so many mind-blowing events since we were working together. Like to remember the first one, like I'm not 100% sure which the first one is, but I can say like one of the earliest events was like I remember like I'd go to the mall and stuff like that because like I was trying to meet people. I didn't know anybody. I didn't have a job, so I was like, well, I guess I'll go to the mall. And I would have pretty bad social anxiety. And I remember just like after I worked with you, I went to the mall and like I had zero social anxiety. Like I was like, it was such a stark contrast. And the most amazing thing was that I was just talking to these, I was talking to these random people, hey man, how are you? Like talking to strangers and like being like, it was so out of character to me that like even during this happening, I still was in disbelief, like why the words are coming out of my mouth. Like, for example, like I went to get something to eat at Chick-fil-A. I talked to one of the employees there for about 5 minutes, and I found like he invited me to this concert where his band was playing. Like he said he was gonna check out the band that I'm in and all this stuff. Like it was amazing. Just seeing it was the literal opposite of what it would be before. So I think that's one of the earliest experiences that I had.
Nice, man. I remember too. You sent me like I think it was like after the first or second call. You're like, what did you do to me? Like there's girls like ogling at me. They're like literally stopping what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, that happened. I think a week or two after that first incident that I said, okay, all right, there's something to this Franco guy. Like, there's something to this guy. But yeah, that happened like a week or so later. Like I was and this has happened numerous times. Basically, like let's see, like I think I was talking to one of my friends, and then like this super hot girl just comes out of nowhere and just like interrupts us and just starts like flirting with me. Like I'm having a conversation with one of my buddies, and she comes over there and just starts like flirting with me like I'm having this conversation. Totally random girl, like and she was smoking hot, like and the amazing thing was like I didn't even like react to it. I was like, hey, I just was like, hey, I'm talking to one of my buddies. Like I was like, but I noticed too, like you said, like I would go places and literally everywhere I go, and this happens. I guess I'm so used to it now. Just everywhere I go, like hot women are always checking me out, always. And it really started happening after I started working with you. There's everywhere I go. I'm used to it now. Hot
it's
girls.
Normal.
Yes, it's normal for me now. Like everywhere I go, hot girls will literally just stare at me everywhere I go. I'm not doing anything. I'm not saying anything. But I mean, even when I was in class yesterday, like I was trying to do trying to do the assignment that the teacher gave me, and I just felt all these eyes on me. I looked up, and then there's 2 or 3 girls that were literally just, everybody else is working on their assignments. 2 or 3 girls just staring at me. I'm like, what's up?
I can't study with these girls objectifying me, just banging me in their mind.
That's what it is too. It's like they look at me like they're hungry wolves, and like I'm like a juicy, piece of meat. That really is the looks I get. I'm not exaggerating at all. It's like a glazed look in their eyes. But yeah, just stuff like that. Like before, I had maybe like 1 or 2 women in my life approach me. After I started working with you, like, God, dude, I've had. I mean, I don't know if it's close to triple digits, but it is like it's a very high number. How many times I've been approached, like, just everywhere I go. It's like they'll I'm trying to think, like the most recent incident was just like and it's guys too, like wanting to be my friend. Like, I'm like turning in my sheet, and then just people are turning in my homework yesterday, and like people just, hover around me and just start like, hey man, wow, this is a lot of homework, like just trying to have conversations with me, and girls do that to me all the time too. They'll just say like random stuff, oh, wow, it's really cloudy outside. Like I'll just be standing around, and girls will come up and just start commenting on the weather, like random girls, just to talk to me. I mean, it happens. Like I said, this stuff happens all the time. I'm kind of used to it.
What's the most common way that girls try to chat you up now, would you say?
They'll do it. They'll just do it. Let's see. They'll do it a lot of them do it indirectly. Some are more direct, but they'll just kind of they'll just, like I said, they'll just say like random stuff. They'll kind of comment on the surroundings, or what I'm doing, or something, like what I'm wearing, like, wow, that's a really cute shirt, or something like that. So, that's kind of how they approach me, is just kind of comment on the surroundings, and then we get to talking and stuff like that, and it's crazy. It happens all the time.
Nice, man. Yeah. Can you also talk about? I remember one time we worked on because you had said like money was an issue for you, and at this point you had girls checking you out and like making excuses to come talk to you.
Yeah.
And then we did this work on like making it money and like can you say more about that?
Yes. Okay. Okay. This is crazy. But first of all, I just want to say that the amount of money I have in my bank account is literally the highest amount I've ever had in my entire life, and I know for a fact that it's not a coincidence. The instance I know that you're referring to is I think we said like an affirmation, like what was it? It's like
it's like you make $1,000 a week and it's your normal.
Yeah, like effortlessly or something, like it's like really easy to do. Well, anyway, we do that. We clear on an affirmation, and I remember like later that day.
And we also did though, because we had girls coming up to you, so we're like, guys come up to you, right? Like they're like,
yeah.
Oh, this guy has great.
Yeah. We talked about guys that like come up and they're like for like business opportunities and stuff. Man, I forgot about that. That makes us even more.
Yeah. Job and business opportunities.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. So I go to I don't know why, but
So then I was like, so then I was like, okay, well, you feel good now, you believe it.
Yeah.
But like, you feeling good makes no difference. You got to go out and take action and see like, what's the next issue that comes up or what the next level is for you, right? So then I was like, okay, go out, go to the mall if you have to. And then we talked the next day and like, like what happened when you went out.
Okay, yeah. So exactly. That's the reason I went to the mall. Yeah, so I went to the mall and I bumped into this guy that I barely know that I have worked with in the past. And for some reason I was just like I was just talking to him and the thing that was kind of out of the normal, I guess, from what I normally do is I was a lot more just really like confident and fired up. And just out of nowhere, he's like, "Hey man, how'd you like to make $1,000 a week, man?" I was like, "What?" Like, seriously, I was like, I was like, "Dude, are you serious?" I didn't mention anything about this. We weren't even talking about business. We weren't talking about anything even close to that. I was just like, "Hey man, how's your day going?" So he yeah, he actually offered me that, like, specifically right after we worked on that, dude. That was amazing. I was like, exactly what we were talking about, and I didn't even mention anything about it.
Nice, man. And so you work somewhere where like there's like a lot of like fit girls, right? Like really hot girls, and
Yeah.
we did some work on that too, right?
Yes. Okay. I used to feel really I used to feel like really unworthy of really hot girls, and in my job I happen to be surrounded by them. So what I found is we worked on that because like there was one girl that started working up there, super hot. I mean, super hot. So I was super attached to it, and we worked on that. We released on it, and like it was. I remember specifically like the day it was. I worked with her 2 days in a row. The day before I talked to her, I was like, "Hey, what's up? How are you?" And she didn't even like look at me. She's like, "I'm good." Totally, blocked me out, and it really bothered me. And we worked on that for a little bit, and then the next day, I just come in and she is all over me. She's just like, she's flirting with me like in the most. I'm trying to remember the stuff she said. Like she's flirting with me like the most aggressive way that like I could like believable at that point. It wasn't just her either. It was like several girls or pretty much all the girls that I work with. All of a sudden were just like the attraction went from maybe like a 2 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10. It was just insane. They're all over me, all damn like. I'm just like I'm trying to contain my surprise, but it was really amazing. Just it was like a switch was flipped. Oh man, I'll never forget that day. It was that awesome. I'm like, man, like what happened?
Yeah, man. And I remember too in that instance we were working on like love, like not just for yourself, but like just like loving unconditionally, just giving it out basically.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a lot of trouble loving myself for whatever reason, which that's obviously changed. Like my self-esteem has gone up significantly, as well as my self-confidence. But yeah, I got to a point where I just kind of unconditionally love like everybody around me, and I just have like a way better connection with everyone around me. And I think you're thinking about the incident where about the girl wanting to be my girlfriend. Is that what you're thinking?
I don't know. There's too many, but I remember there was one who was like, "You're really hairy, just like my boyfriend,
Yes.
or my ex-boyfriend, or something."
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we work on unconditional love, and the craziest thing is, for some reason like that, it wasn't like it was it was a span of 3 days, 3 days in a row, and that where it's like the same kind of thing would happen. Like one day, there's this one guy that I worked with that was having just he was really down and stuff, and I was like, "Hey man, like we talked for a while." I was like, "Dude, I support you, man," and I was like, "I love you, man. No homo. I'm here for you." And just apparently there was it was a girl that was listening in, and she was like, oh, she's like, I wish you were my boyfriend. And then I was like, what the heck? And it was actually a girl that like never even like I don't think I ever even talked to her or anything like that. She was like, oh, I wish you were my boyfriend. And let's see, like I think the day after that, like I go up to work and this really super hot girl comes in, and she just like kind of taps me on the back and like, what the hell, like what's up? And we just talked for a while. She's like, wow, your arm's really hairy, just like my ex-boyfriend. That's crazy. She's like, you're so muscular, but my ex-boyfriend was tall and you're not tall. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I was just like, this is the most weirdest conversation I've ever had in my life. And she's like, she may have said this another day, but I think it's the same day. She's like, well, Valentine's Day is coming up, and then she looked directly at me, and she was like, well, I guess I'm spending it alone again. And she like looks at me like wistfully, like, hoping that I get like making it clearly obvious that she wants to like spend her Valentine's Day with me. I'm like, wow, can you be more obvious? But there was that, and then I've had about 3 or 4 girls, like just literally, I mean, like actually verbatim, hey Troy, I have a crush on you. I'm like, okay, that's good to know. I mean, all right. Wow. And the coolest thing is, and this is the craziest thing, and to really see the contrast is a lot of these girls like seriously pay me zero attention before I started working with you. Like zero attention. Like I would be, try to be friendly. I'd be like, hey, how's everybody doing? And nobody would even look at me, and then just flipped around. Then they just started aggressively pursuing me. And it's not just them. It really is like every time I go to the club, it's everywhere I go. Women are always pursuing me, and I'm not like doing anything different. I don't feel like. It's just that's how it works. It's how my life is now. It's amazing.
It's your new normal, man.
Yeah, it really is.
And that's the awesome thing, man. It's like it's effortless. You like literally like aren't in your head trying to figure things out, trying to make shit happen. You just like roll up and they're just like boom. Yeah.
Here's a recent incident. I haven't even told you about this, but I figured I'll go ahead and add throw this in. So I'm God, what was that? I was sitting down and this girl that I'm acquainted with, I guess, like I really don't talk to her or anything, just came over and sat in my lap a few days ago, and was talking to me, talking about how she's so unsatisfied with her boyfriend and stuff like that while she's sitting in my lap. And this whole time I'm just like, I think I was like I was eating Chinese food, so I just kind of kept eating Chinese food. Like I was totally like unreactive to it, but that was pretty cool, man. This random girls just come up and sit in my lap and just start talking to me. I'm so tired of my boyfriend. I'm like, well, good luck with that. I hope that works out for you.
You're like the girlfriend whisperer.
I guess, man. I'm like,
I don't know.
I wish I had
nice.
a boyfriend like you. Oh, you're not alone.
You gotta give, man. Seriously, though.
I don't know.
But yeah, okay, cool. So let me see. What else? Okay. So, what do you see from the work that we've done? What do you see the value is? Because like a lot of what we do, right, is like kind of going back to past incidences and then going through the process and clearing it out. What do you see the benefit for you has been out of going back into your past and like kind of clearing any like emotional reaction or painful emotional association to memories? What have you seen that's done for you?
It's had an effect on my identity. Like it's been such a deep change that I really feel like my identity has changed from it. I mean, it's that profound. Whenever you disconnect from these traumatic memories, when you disconnect from this crap that you're doing in your head, and you don't have any reaction to it whatsoever, it's like, yeah, you get to a point where it's like, maybe like for me personally, the results I've gotten from doing that has been like I'm a lot more fearless, and my self-esteem has gone up a lot, and I don't feel like a victim anymore. My confidence has increased. I'm stronger. Like a lot of this stuff from your past like chains you down, and like you feel like you have to be the certain way, but you don't. Like you can actually be like a really powerful person, and that's one of the things that's happened for me. Like I used to have a self-image of like a guy that's like horrible with women, like really unattractive, and like I look in the mirror now, and it's like man, why in the world? How could I possibly believe that? But it's just being hypnotized by those past events. But yeah, releasing all that stuff has been life changing. It's been amazing.
Nice, man. So another thing too that I get from guys or just people that reach out is like they got a lot of questions about like they're almost like looking for advice. Basically, like the reason why my stuff is really effective, and I don't know, maybe you can share what you see around this. It's like, I mean, do I really like ever really tell you how to look at things or like what to believe, or is it something that kind of just naturally occurs like after we clear out crap?
Well, what I think that you do is far superior to like anything else, like coaching, having somebody tell you what to do and stuff like that. Screw that, man. I think what you do is far more profound, because like instead of sitting there telling me what to do and stuff like that, you're just sitting there, hey, let's clear this stuff. And yeah, sometimes I'll ask you some stuff, like, hey, what do you think I should do about this and this and this? But the vast majority of what we do is releasing, like letting go of, like getting rid of limiting beliefs and stuff like that. Like that takes care of all the crap, the cognitive behavioral therapy, where I have to like sit systematically over a period of 30 days, do this and this and this, and instead, we talk on the phone, 1 hour later, all the stuff that was holding me back is gone, and I'm at a place where it's like a place of enlightenment where it's not something I have to figure out or anything like that. It's like a really, really, really powerful place.
Yeah, man, and that's exactly it, and that's also why I avoid giving. I mostly focus on just doing the process, not really giving any advice, because like I don't know if you've experienced this on our calls, but like you'll come in and you'll see this problem, the situation, and you're trying to figure out what the answer is. You clear out all the emotional charge to it, right? Maybe go back, clear out some memories, and then literally you see the same situation again. You're like, I don't know why that was ever a problem.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of being like, well, why, man? Why do I have this problem? All this stuff, all these things happen to me. Actually, like going in and like just releasing all the emotions around the problem. You're like, wait a minute, like that was a problem for me? Like that used to bother me? Like what the heck? Like why did I you don't have to sit there and like figure out or memorize or any of that stupid crap, like that's what I love about it, man. It's like there's no BS, man. You just go straight to it and just, take care of business. It's amazing.
Nice, man. It's powerful, man.
Oh yeah.
What would your advice be to guys who are like curious or on the fence? They're like, I don't know if I should do this coaching, like et cetera, et cetera. What's your advice to them?
Okay, my advice would be this. Look, I've done, literally every program on the face of the earth. What
are some things that you've done in the past too for guys that may be familiar with different things?
Well, I'm I guess like an expert with faster EFT, highly proficient in traditional EFT. I've gone through the abundance course. I've done the Sedona method, and I've been using that stuff for 5 to 9 years. So I did that. I do that for a living, like all tap with people.
Yeah, I mean, you've known about this stuff for like 5 years, all these different modalities and all this stuff.
I'm still kind of wrapping my mind around that, but my goals and stuff have gotten like so much bigger than before. Like I think actually honestly, like I'd like to attract like a girlfriend that's a perfect 10 in my eyes, that's enlightened and spiritually conscious and stuff like that. And also, increase my income and stuff like that, and live a life of abundance, without having to like work a job and stuff like that. Like that's the next level for me is to have that. That's my goals.
Nice, man. That also reminded me too. Last time we talked, I don't know if you got another raise, but so you hadn't found a job or something, and now you've been working at this place. And last time I talked to you, had gotten like 3 raises, I think.
Yeah,
dude, and like how do they just promote you like every month, pretty much? Like what's going on there?
That's fun. That's funny you mentioned that. Yeah, they actually had. They just, hey man, we gave you another raise. I'm like, okay, cool. I gotta mention this too. Another result that I've gotten since working with you has been like, my relationship with my bosses. Before, I used to be like, real nervous and stuff like that. And, I don't want to do the wrong thing and get in trouble, stuff like that, like a lot of people do. Oh no, I don't want to go in late. And then I got to the point of like indifference, you know what I mean? Like, because in some situations, like the boss, kind of wasn't treating me very well, and I just released all that stuff. And now, like, the relationship I have with my boss is just it's amazing. Like we have like a close personal friendship. Like all my bosses, I have close personal friendships with everybody that I work with. I've actually had beers with my boss several times, and I never even dreamed that would have happened in the past. But we just have like a great relationship to be like, they hook me up and stuff, and it's really cool, man.
Nice, man. Excellent, dude. I think we covered it all. Is there anything you think that we haven't, that I overlooked, or anything you want to say?
Let me think, man. I had something on my mind a minute ago. It's just we've been working together for so long. Like, I mean, I've gotten to so many results. Like, it's stupid. Like I said, like I still can't believe it. Like,
dude, I remember the messages you were sending me when we first started working. You were like, literally like mind blown. You're like, I can't understand. It's like, I've done this, I've done that. I've put 1,000 hours into learning all these different things, and this destroys everything. It, like, I remember one message. You're like, it literally makes everything that I've learned obsolete. Like, and how? I don't understand how something so simple can be so ridiculously powerful. Like,
it makes me kind of mad. It makes me kind of mad, dude. Because I'm serious. I've actually done I've done the official trainings for a lot of this stuff. Spent like literally hundreds of thousands of hours. I mean, even working with people, and it's just like it's so powerful. It's ridiculous, and it just I'm like, why, man? So I have to jump on the Franco train because apparently everything that I do is obsolete now. So I have to jump on the Franco train and yeah. So I've learned a lot. It's actually helped out. It actually is enhanced. If you do EFT or anything like that, it actually enhances it. It's like doing that stuff on steroids when you use the Franco method or whatever you call it, the Francisco technique.
Nice, man. Nice. So, yeah. So if you guys are on the fence, you've been wondering what this is about or what kind of results you can get out of it, just stop hesitating. Just take your life to the freaking next level.